Issue Podcast. Let's talk about that Thunderbolts end credit scene. There will be spoilers ahead for the movie and then, of course, for the end credit scene. If you want to see a spoiler free talk about this film, we have a video like that in the channel. Make sure to go check it out. That is my immediate out of the theater thoughts, spoiler free. All right, so as I mentioned before, there are two end credit scenes in this film. The first one, it's a very short mid-credit scene. It's really funny. You see David Harbour, Red Guardian, at a supermarket where they now have the Wheaties box, and that was his dream, right? He talked about it during the film that he wanted to be a superhero, or he wanted for Yelena to be a superhero that ended up in a cereal box. Now we've all seen the Wheaties. I don't know if they're real. I need to go to the grocery store and take a look to see if like it's an actual thing that you can purchase. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's more for a comedic tone. He's shaved down. You can tell that the government itself probably has some kind of PR firm looking after them because they all look different, and we'll talk more about that in the second end credit scene, which is a little bit longer. So after the full credits, all the credits have rolled by, and this is a pretty long end credit scene from what I can remember, maybe the longest one. We see the Thunderbolts, or the New Avengers, as they are now called, getting back to the Watchtower. We see Yelena, new outfit, new haircut, cleaned up. She doesn't have all the piercings and the makeup like we saw earlier on. So you can tell that somebody is adjusting their image because they all look different. Even Bucky, the Winter Soldier, is wearing like this. I was talking to my friend Chewy, like he's almost wearing like in his other arm like a little muscle suit, like those suits that you can kind of tell that there's muscles underneath them. He's got the red star, of course, but his hair is a little coiffed, like it's been blow dried. Ava Ghost also gets a haircut. The really funny part is that John Walker, U.S. agent. He comes in wearing a little beret instead of his hat, his normal helmet, but his shield's still bent. Like they haven't gotten him a new shield. It's been 14 months according to the when the credit scene starts. It's been 14 months, so that's really interesting that they haven't even fixed. They've taken all this time to really spruce up their image, but I guess the bent shield is now kind of part of his identity. We even see through the credits, you see some headlines and stuff about, are these the New Avengers? And there's a lot of puns with the New Avengers stuff. So it's a very interesting. But as they get back to the tower, they start discussing. Alexei, Red Guardian, shows up in like this full-on NASCAR tracksuit with all this sponsorship. And the first thing they mentioned is that Sam Wilson does not want them or consider them to be the Avengers. Sam is putting his own team together. So that's going to be interesting to see in the future. We knew that was going to be his plan, right? Along with Falcon, the new Falcon, that they were going to put a new Avengers team together. So we know that's happening. But then the other thing that's happening is that as they are scanning, and this was something that I caught in the credits because I'll tell you, I guess I'll tell you about it after I talk about what it is. They scan the outer space area for any issues, and they see that there's a distress call or something's approaching Earth. As the cameras zoom in, we see that this ship has the Fantastic Four logo. We hear the music, and I knew this was coming because in the credits, as they were rolling by and they're going through all the music that's in the film, Michael Giacchino's theme for the first steps is credited on there. Obviously, we hadn't heard it throughout the film, so I figured it was going to come up during the end credit scene. So you got to pay attention to those. You got to pay attention to the credits. There's also one thing that I'm still trying to figure out. Director of Spider-Man, John Watts, is a special thanks in the film, but I don't know exactly what he did for Thunderbolt. So if you know about what John Watts did for this film, let me know down in the comments, because as far as I know, none of the characters really appeared in any of the Spider-Man stuff. None of the characters would be influenced by his Spider-Man films. So yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, this is very interesting. So what does this mean? This means that we probably have an idea of what's going to happen at the end of the Fantastic Four film. those Fantastic Four will probably have to escape their universe for some reason, one way or another. Maybe there's an incursion, maybe it's destroyed, maybe Galactus is destroying everything, whatever the case may be. But that means that they have now come over to the MCU proper, and that's very, very exciting. So, there you have it. There are your end credit scenes for Thunderbolts Explained. Let me know what your theories are. Let me know what you're thinking. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let me know which popcorn bucket you picked up, because I picked up one at Cinemark, one at AMC. I'm probably going to do a video about that as well, because I'm a little conflicted. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the Thunderbolts. We'll have a full review or maybe a full conversation later on our live show or just later on in the channel. In the meanwhile, go check out the spoiler-free talk. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.